Hello, everybody. This is my friend Walter. Just to start off, I'll put his channel in the description link. I haven't made a video in probably around 4 to 5 months, and I really wanted to make a video. I've been wanting to. Don't think I've been lazy because I'm working on a video that's actually something out of the ordinary of what I usually do, a movie spoof. And it's coming out pretty cool so far, so I thought I'd make this video just to tide you guys over. We are going to be tackling the subject of basically the long-time rivalry of Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And instead of having a one-sided opinion from an Xbox 360 owner, I have a PlayStation 3 owner here, and we're going to be discussing the pros and cons of owning an Xbox 360 and a PlayStation 3. So, I guess let's get started. First, I want to start off by asking you, are there any games for the PlayStation 3 that you wish were on the Xbox 360 but are not?
Well, Skyrim 3 is one of them. Right here. One of the best games that I certainly ever played in my entire life.
Yeah, see, the PlayStation 3 does have a lot of good games that aren't for Xbox 360, like, for example, Little Big Planet is another one that hasn't come out on 360 yet at all, and God of War 3, like you said right there. The Xbox, like I said, also has pros to it, like Mass Effect 2 is a game that is only available on Xbox 360, and I think, I'm not completely sure about this, but I think when BioShock first came out, it was only available for the 360. And I think now it's available for the PlayStation 3. I'm not sure. Leave a comment if I'm wrong, because I'm not sure. I think that's what happened. Because I have the original BioShock case that says only on Xbox, and I was talking to my friend. He said, oh, well, now it's for PlayStation 3s. I'm not sure what happened. But, anyway, are there any system, like how the system operates? Do you find any pros to how the PlayStation 3 operates that outdo the Xbox 360's operations?
Well, it's less overheating is one of them, I guess. But
yeah, that's true.
That's, in my opinion, but...
Well, I haven't really had a problem with my Xbox overheating very often, but I do hear from, like, statistics online that the Xbox does overheat more than the PlayStation 3. Just my personal experience hasn't been the same.
Well, that's your Xbox. Well, it's not just everybody's Xbox, I guess.
And, another thing is, the PlayStation 3 has a Blu-ray player, but I don't really want to go into that because I really don't think that should be included in an argument on which game system is better, because I really don't think many people walk into a video game store looking for a DVD player. I mean, I know what you're all going to say. It's a convenient thing to have on your PlayStation 3. But if I want to buy a Blu-ray player, I'm going to go buy a Blu-ray player. And the PlayStation 3 being around $100 more than the Xbox 360, you could just go out and buy a whole separate Blu-ray player. So,
in my opinion, the Blu-ray isn't that important.
Yeah. So, I guess some of the cons of having a 360, like you said, a lot of good games aren't available for it. And, the internet isn't free as well. As most Xbox owners know, you have to pay for live, and internet is free when it comes with the PS3. Also, aren't PS3s, like, automatically wireless? Like, can't you just get internet from them?
Yeah,
like, you don't have to buy something for it to plug in to get wireless internet?
Yeah, you could have wireless or wired cable, depending on...
Yeah, see, for the Xbox, you'd have to buy something and hook it up to the back of it, or the front of it, I think, USB, and you'd have to use that to get wireless internet, and those things can cost up to $100. But, this is starting to sound like a one-sided argument. So, let's go into the Xbox 360. We spent the first half of the video talking about the PlayStation 3 mostly, so now let's tackle the 360. So, first, I do want to start out by saying that Left 4 Dead, the series, 1 and 2, are not on PlayStation 3, only for Xbox 360. Very sad.
So how... You personally think it's a very good zombie game?
I think Left 4 Dead's a good zombie. I really, truthfully think basically the whole game is shooting at zombies. Like, that's it. All you do is shoot at zombies. Like, games like Resident Evil and stuff, at least there's a plot, and you gotta do stuff and find stuff and all that. It's basically... But in Left 4 Dead, you just shoot and shoot. I mean, it's not really that incredible. But... still, it's a good game to have around. Good game, really fun multiplayer game. Pretty fun online play, so... I think that'd be a good game to have around, and that's not on PS3, so.
Yeah, so
Okay,
so I've played it on the PC, and yeah, it's basically running gun, shooting zombies, pretty much. So, okay, now here's one. Modern Warfare 2,
which is available on both systems, and a lot of people, like me personally, and I think you too, think that the players act very differently on each system. And I know it's just like a same game, I mean just different systems, what would differentiate, but actually people on PlayStation 3 seem to be, can I say this? Should I bleep this out? Douches. Like, much worse. Anybody with a mic on PlayStation 3 is bound to piss you off. And I'm not saying there's nobody annoying on Xbox 360, but also the way they play, like their strategies seem very different on PlayStation 3. There seems to be a lot more camping going on.
A lot of heartbeat sensors.
A lot of heartbeat sensors, a lot of camping, a lot of that going on. And also, I think some of the community in general, not just in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2 is just a great example, but not just in Modern Warfare 2, in games in general, like Street Fighter, even fighting games like that. Any kind of game like that, I kind of just think the community's generally nicer, and I haven't played PlayStation 3 that much online, but he's a PlayStation 3 owner, and he's agreeing with me, so
I deal with it a lot.
I really think that that's really a problem with the PlayStation 3 online. But once again, the online on PlayStation 3 is free, so that's a pretty good pro for it. That can't really be beaten by the Xbox.
Yeah, like, since you guys pay for it, I've been told that you guys get better connection since you pay for it.
Yeah, that is true. I've seen a lot of lag on PlayStation 3, and not very much lag on Xbox 3. Well, it's laggy every once in a while, but from personal experience, I think it's a little bit better. And also, the HDMI cables, didn't you say you wanted to go in on those? Talk about those a little bit.
That I've heard that Xbox gets a HDMI cable with their Xbox when they buy it. And for me, when I bought my PS3, I did not get one.
Yeah, see, Xbox has a cable with prongs that you would basically just plug into the back of an HD TV and then flip the HD switch. It's not like a different sort of cable. But the PlayStation 3 to go HD, you would need an HDMI cable, which does not always come with the system. And once again, from personal experience, I got my HD cable with my Xbox. It's right here. It has the 6 prongs that you would plug into the back of an HD TV, and then you would flip the switch on the outlet. So that's a pretty convenient thing to have on 360, because my cousin, I'm pretty sure, had to buy his own HDMI cable, and that was just a pain. So I really don't know what else we can say. I mean, both of us stand at the point where we like both systems equally. There's not really much of a winner here, and people are going to continue this rivalry probably even after new systems come out. So I guess it'll never really be decided which one's better.
Yeah, probably one more thing about Modern Warfare 2 here. When I'm at school, and an automatic disc for Xbox, like for Modern Warfare 2, all Xbox 360 players are so much better than PS3 when they don't own one and play on it. So I don't know. I mean, I've seen them. They're not good. They're not the best, but they're okay. They're not like because montages. Well, I don't know. There's only some players.
So you're saying that when people say PlayStation 3 players aren't as good as Xbox 360, but they don't even know what they're talking about because they don't own a PS3? Yeah, see, I didn't want to make this a one-sided argument, even though I'm an Xbox 360 player, because I know that there are pros and cons for each system, and, you know, I'm not one of those guys that likes the Xbox 360 and would take this and throw it out that window. I'm just not that kind of guy. So, we'll see you next time. And yeah. No. One more quick message before we end this video up. First of all, hope you liked it. Comment, rate, subscribe. And there's one thing we can all agree on.
All PS3, Xbox.
PS3, Xbox, NES, SNES. There's one thing we can all agree on. The Wii sucks.